In this video, we're going to talk about OpenAI's reasoning models, which are called O without the GPT. The idea is that you get to know the characteristics of these models, when to use them and when it's better to use the standard models. These models were released by OpenAI between the summer and the end of 2024. They are revolutionary models because they take the time to think. In fact, that's one of their advantages and disadvantages, because they take much longer to give an answer and their response costs much more in terms of computational resources, but they are much better for things that require reasoning. For example, here's a comparison from September 2024, where the O1 preview model, which is the one they released back then, and the O1, well, they're much better in a math competition like the GPT-4o. With this one, look at the difference. Or in a coding competition, look, the GPT-4o versus the O1 preview and the O1. But even in a PhD-level competition in science, here they compare the GPT-4o, which is no longer that different from the O1 preview and the O1, but the O1 preview and the O1 are even better than a human expert. This is the good part, and the bad side is that it takes much longer. This is the O1, this is the O1 mini, a smaller one which they made so that it can reason but it doesn't take so long. The result obtained is worst, and here we have the CLO 3.5 Sonnet, the GPT-4o or the GPT-4o mini. Note the time difference until the first token for the same response. If we look at the computational cost, the same thing happens, and then we have to see when we are interested in using them. The first thing is that they incorporate reasoning of the solution before producing it. Let's say they are iterating themselves, they are finding the solution, they are searching. In fact, some of them, not those from OpenAI, but those from other companies that have come out later, allow us to see how the model is reasoning. It's looking at the iterations and saying, now you asked me this, I'm going to search on the internet, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this other thing. One important thing is that the way of asking them, the correct way of doing a prompt is different. There is no longer any need for chain of thought or redundancy, that is, there is no need to gradually give them thoughts or add redundant information because they will take care of it. They are very useful for programming, mathematics and complex reasoning, but they are much slower and more expensive. Therefore, you have to choose very carefully when to use them. Finally, I wanted to tell you about this tool. The link is platform.openai.com/docs/models/compare, which allows you to compare different models, allows you to see how much they reason, how much they are worth, how long do they take. Look, here I have it, and it compares, for example, the O4 mini versus the O3 mini. Let's put the O3, which is the big one, or the O1. O1 came out, but now they are on O3, even O4. The O4 is cheaper. Well, look, the O4 mini, it doesn't let us compare the O4, there is only the O4 mini, but the O4 mini reason also a lot. It is quite a bit faster than the O3, it has image and text input, text-only output, but it's a lot cheaper, look. It's an order of magnitude cheaper. In fact, it's more cheaper than GPT 4.1, and here we have that. Well, we have a window of 200.0 and exit compared to traditional ones that were at 16.0, 32.0, now it has 100,000 characters. They are trained until June of 2024, and look, here they have different features, different in points. You can change here the model and go see one or the other if you are more or less interested. With this I finish the video where I have told you about the reasoning models, OpenAI's O models.